Gaming Kansas here, Breeze Small Space Engineers, and the Hoodwinked scenario. Now, if you remember last time, guys, we took the new Mark II Felix for a test drive to the local base and back again, and we created this lovely little garden complex. As you can see, I've finished it off. The this lovely little component here, our irrigation system, that is now connected up to our farms. Our farms, through collecting some of the materials from the craters, now have high levels of water. So, no matter which one I go to, there we go. However, on sorting things out, I noticed something. That when we got the vegetables and the fruit, they were actually already made. Yet the mushroom spores and the vegetable seeds were, well, literally that, they were seeds. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that I'm going to use the irrigation system to get access to this. But if we go to the food processor, where is it? There's one of these we can dump it into. Alright, it's not letting me just double click it in. Okay, and we go into the production, there it is. We can actually turn these into seeds. So let's do that. See what happens. We get one lot of seeds from each of them, which means we can now plant these. Yeah, along with our mushroom spores and all of that. So I've got no idea how long these things take. I'm told that some of them take longer than others. So I think I'm going to watch and keep an eye on these this episode. So there we go. So we've got mushroom spores, we've got veggies, and we've got fruit. So no idea how long all of this is going to take. I mean, it could take minutes, it could take hours. So I've got to keep an eye on this. But I think some of these are these actually growing in real time, or is that just wishful thinking on my half? Well, in about a minute that's grown about, well, sorry, in 48 seconds that's grown 4%. So that's every 10 seconds that's growing a percent. So that'd be 960. So what's that? Around about 10 minutes, I think. 1 minute 20. That's a lot. Yeah. So yeah, this is going to be maybe an hour or so. I'm going to keep an eye on that. So I think what I'm going to do, let's get the spectator cam. Oh, I've left it in the refinery. Yeah, let's get this in the right angle here. We can sort of keep an eye on it loosely while we're doing other things. Because the other thing I noticed was through doing a little bit of work on the base, I needed to sort out the amount of bits and pieces that I had, because as it stands, whoops, I don't actually have a vehicle that is capable of carrying everything. So I think we've got one of two choices. Either we limit ourselves to what the helo can carry, which is about 30,000 litres with the ×3 modifier going at the moment. I don't actually have access to the hangar on this one. Okay. Right, let's try the cargo of the Felix. And that's only got 20,000 litres, so either way we look at this, we've only got a finite amount of carry capacity. So we can either extend the helo and actually turn it from a quote-unquote Cobra attack helicopter into a more of a cargo carrier, or we limit what we carry. Now, I'm not sure what to do with that one, to be honest with you. I mean, because that might mean some serious rework. Alright, tell you what we'll do. We'll start her up. Let's bring her over to the work area. Ooh. In real life I would have shredded those blades, but yeah, I don't have any food either. Darn it. No, we'll have that one. Right. Thing is, we'll leave that there for the moment. We'll go and sort out food, I guess. How's things going in there? Yeah, still reasonably okay. Right. Food processor. God, it's been a while since I used this thing. Actually, before I do, meat. Do I have anything that's cooked? Only some mammal meat. I'll tell you what, for now, let's just grab 10 pieces of that, 10 pieces of that. Have something to eat, because yeah, we are well down in the red. That's a good point. Where is our kelp going anyway? It's going into tools and bowls. So that's down in the hallway. We got 10,000 space credits sitting in there. Why? Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm going to do another 10 of that because of the fact that, well, we need that for later. Right. Let's see. What do I need to do? I think let's do a bit of housekeeping while this storm is going absolutely ballistic on us. I really want to shut that down for the moment. Because what I want to then do is assembler, disassemble only. I need to transfer some of this. Okay, why not allow me to put that in? So I can't disassemble a weapon. Okay. Bizarre. Okay. Hey. Disassemble 2. Right, but that's now. Oh, that's because I think I put him in the wrong one. That's why I think I put him in the wrong one. God, Lord knows why I was trying to put him in there. Maybe I'm just having a senior moment or something. That's what I meant to do. There we go. Right, we'll just allow all that to disassemble. It's just I got picked up so much junk over the month or so, 2 months, however long it's been since I started this scenario, that I've actually lost track of what's going on. Right, okay, so that's everything. Okay. No, that's not everything disassembled. What on earth is going on here? Oh, right. Okay, now I get it. Okay. Let me explain what was going on here. Certain weapons need other weapons now to be able to make them. So if you want to make an S10E pistol, yeah, as you can see in that list, you need the S10 pistol to be able to make it. So every time I was dismantling one of these higher level weapons, I needed the preceding weapon to be able to make it. So it's like saying, okay, I'm making a better version of this weapon by simply upgrade by looking at this weapon in my hand and upgrading it. Simple as that, really. Okay, what else do I need to actually get rid of, if anything? I think the answer is actually pretty much diddly squat. I will, however, help this out by clearing the decks. Sometimes you got to do a bit of housekeeping, you know, because things just get put everywhere and you lose track of what's where, and nightmare. Especially if you're somebody like me who's always losing track of everything. Okay, so now we can put our programmable block back on. Oh, yikes! Try saying that when you're 10 times fast when you're drunk. I wouldn't recommend getting drunk, not at all. Okay, fun question. Where on earth did I put an ATM? Or did I? I think the storm has also passed outside. Just going to check in here, even though I wasn't here earlier. Open. I don't think I've put it in there. It's not in there. I don't think I've got an ATM in the command room. I'm sure I had an ATM in the base somewhere. I didn't put it in the trucker's stop, did I? Oh well. Back through the base I go. Okay, so it's not here. Don't have one down here. It's not down this way, obviously. Let's have a check on this stuff while we're here. Mushrooms, 100% growth. So, we're going to harvest them. No, I don't want to collect it early. So they're 50%. So obviously so they. That's only 21%. So yeah, we've got to sell some mushrooms. We've got 3 lots of mushrooms here. So this is great. So what we can now do is we can now go through the process of actually turning them into more. I'm actually just wondering whether I should go through the rigmarole of adding in another food processor. Now, okay, judging from where everything is, yeah. Oh, that's why. Nope, wrong one. That one. Right, so let's just take that out there. Whack in the food processor on the side of that. So it's connected at the back, it's connected at the bottom. It's sort of like job done, isn't it? Oh, Jesus wept. I don't know what's going on with the build and repair system this morning, but wow, was that taking some time. Okay, so now we can do the same as we did earlier. One of these anyway. And then go food processor, we can go harvesting, and then we can go, what, 1, 2, 3, I think. So out of 1, we've got 3. So we're actually, yeah, we're actually starting to actually get somewhere. We're making some headway here. Okay. Water level's low. Okay, so we obviously we can't do this again. We need a constant source of water. We need a way of being able to produce water. Yeah, that's going to be a real trick. I mean, other than finding more ice, which, again, like I say, that's going to be the challenge around here. I've got no idea how I'm going to find ice. So, put those mushroom spores away for now. But at least we've figured out the harvesting system to a certain extent. Okay, get that in there. Ooh. Forgot I got these bloody things open because I got a trailer out. Oh, that's where it is. I knew I had an ATM somewhere. See, I told you guys. I knew where it was. Nah, that's actually a blatant lie. Can't lie to you guys. Right. So now we're done here. Just to let you guys know, the second set of pistons down here is now working. So let's go now even further. Yeah, I know, it's huge, isn't it? I mean, what a pit. Okay, so let's have a look at this helo, because we really do need to expand the carry capabilities of it. Now, how do we do that without turning this thing into a monstrous nightmare that can't fly? Okay, so we've got jets there. could repurpose the jets up there. Because oh, right, let's turn on the suit lights, see what we're doing. Yeah, because I could do something like that and then go. Where's my atmospherics? There they are. Yeah. And then we could hide that in like that. So a bit more like a lot of the jet helicopters that are out there. They've got them up on the top. You know, sort of coming out like that anyway. Which then means that's going to be a nightmare. Because I just realised that that leg, that landing gear leg, is actually hooked onto that. Okay. Oh snap-a-doodle-doo. There's always something, isn't there? That's going to try and stop us having our fun. Well, I say stop us having our fun. This is a blatant mistruth in its own making. Just got to figure out another way of doing it. I could maybe do something slightly different. Okay, if I go landing gear, no, it's only based on, yeah, okay. Okay, so let's try more like nope, that ain't gonna work. Maybe more like that. Yes. And then from there we could then add in, if I can get the angle right, yes, a landing gear there. However, I think this thing's going to need to be in the air. Oh, not that high, not that high, and nearer to the ground. There we go. It's only just so that we can do this little trick. Okay. Now if we, I think we're going to have to take, yeah, got a light. No, not the battery. Okay. Alright, so that's one down.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Okay. Whew. That was a little hair-raising at times. Okay, that can go there. Ah, that's too high. That's too high. That's too high. Whoops. Alright, so I can use that because I don't need it there. I need it there. And then underneath here, like I said, that's going to be the landing gear. If I can just get it in the right place. Get the right part in there. Alright, there we go. So we've moved the landing legs, which is great news for us. Okay. So what we got here? Landing gear. So Cobra. Landing gear. Save. Prefix name that. Take off the auto lock. But this time around it's actually good. Because I need it to stay put. Alright, now, do we add in another modular, or do we add in some smaller, like, containers on the side? I think that's going to be one of those things to have a look at. Right, because if we add on the small ones on the side like that, it's just going to be literally just sort of like bolted on, if you will, and then that's going to add to it. 2 of those would add 20,000 litres, all in all. Whereas, no, that'd be too big. One of these, that's another 60,000 litres. Question is would it be able to fly? The only other problem is you have to have it that way round for it to be able to mount in correctly. But then it will no longer look like the Cobra attack helicopter. It would look like something else. Well, I'm guessing sometimes sacrifices need to be made. Okay. Now, what we could potentially do, I suppose, is if I was to mount it that way, could modify the tail end, and we could even add in some more landing struts, so it doesn't look unbalanced like it is at the moment. Because even then, if you look at, say, something like the Cobra attack helicopter, it's got a fixed wheel on the I'm not sure what you call it, the coming to that stabilizer set of blades. You guys know what I mean. Okay, let's try this. So I'm just trying to think about design rather than thinking about what things are called at the moment.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
So get rid of that. And then where is it? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Is something like this. That's the. There's always a problem. There's always something that's going to make things difficult, isn't there? The only way I can get around that is I'm going to do. Yeah, this one. Yeah. And do something like that. Coupled with that. Right. Then we're going to have to redo the tail end. I'm not really seeing this. It doesn't look right to me. spider just got taken out. Now this isn't right. Alright. I'm feeling a different route. And the route I'm thinking is more of the Chinook. You know, the Jolly Green Giant. However you wish to call it. Which had 2 sets of rotors. Because I think we're going to need that extra upward thrust if we're going to pull this off. So let me see. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the cargo. I'm looking for the floodlights. I'm looking for a brain. Oh wait, I wasn't issued one. Okay. That ain't gonna be enough, is it? Because I do know for a fact that the Chinook, I know the blades, technically they're if they were to ever meet, they would tear each other apart, which is why it's such so critical to get it right. So I think I'm gonna have to probably build a body system at the back to be able to, you know, maybe build something like this at the back to be able to like house the section for the rotors. Just trying to remember what's under here. Was there anything in there? Can't remember what I built in this thing now. So yeah. So where was that piece that I was originally going to use? Yeah, one of them. Actually, I think with the Chinook, actually, one is actually higher than the other. I have a battle plan. Okay. So what we're going to do here... Is there a way of, like, extending this out a bit more? Not a bloody chance. I suppose we could do something like that to give us a platform that we could build out and up, and then put this other rotor up higher, along with some additional forward-facing engines to be able to push us forward. Okay, and then on the side here. Okay, yeah, this is how we're going to do it, yes. You know, sometimes you just have a good idea. I think that's what's going on here. Okay, okay, batteries, where are your batteries? There we go, we want the warfare batteries. We're going to use that to hide our insecurities. I mean the connection points. Alright, we're going to add in this as a prerequisite's the wrong word. What's the word I'm looking for? Placeholder for what we're going to do next, and then Gonna hide that in there. Real aim of all of this, just in case you guys have been wondering, is I want to take a full everything that we've got in the base. I want to then smack it in the hello, take it to I've lost it. Where is it? DVM, yeah, the DVMU station. Sell as much as I can. I can come back, and then whatever we don't need, it can also disassemble. But as always, we've got to start somewhere. Actually, I'm not too happy with that. Can I do something like that, maybe? Yeah, I think that would probably be better. Sort of like wrong one. Something like that, and then maybe with something like that. Yeah, it gives it a little bit more character, actually. No, it's, you know the drill. So basically a case of work in progress. No, wrong one. Wrong one again. Yep, that one. Bing, bonk. There we go. You also see now why I decided not to use the big elite grinder, because otherwise by now I would have probably destroyed half the ship before I'd even realised. Okay. Right. So we're getting somewhere here. Right, I'm going to go away. I'm going to have a quick look at the Chinook. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to do the tail end. So give me a second and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've done some work. I've got a rather simplistic back end to this at the moment. I do need to work on maybe bringing it out more. So, yeah. What's this? Was it Shift B? Was it Control B? Shift B to view all buffs. Okay, so I want to keep the camera in place, so that's going to be the main thing. So I think I'm going to take these panels out for now. Oop. I think if I start with maybe just simply raising this end up, and then if I block it off, that's a light armor slope, that's wrong part. Because what I want to do is I just want to create sort of like the appearance that is coming up and sort of housing all of this rotor. The thing is though, is the back end just doesn't look the way I want it. I think what I'm going to have to do is like this area down here, I'm going to dismantle. And then I think a case of rebuild up this area as I go along. So just to be able to get the appearance right. No, wrong one. There we go. So that'd be more like that. But then it's like bringing that end over, isn't it? That's the challenge now. It's like, how do I ensure that this all meets up? I think it's just going to be a case of I'm just going to have to bring it out one more, and then where is it? There we go. So it's going to be something like that. And I'm going to have to yeah, it's going to be like this, more or less. Yeah, and then yeah, so then I can still actually have no. Yeah, so it sort of comes down. It's better, more in line with what I'm looking for. Like I said before, countless times, sometimes you have an idea, then you have to go back to the drawing board and start again to get it right. I wonder if that's how, like, a lot of these great vehicles that we have in the armed forces today came about. There's trial and error. You know, oh yeah, this bit works, but this bit don't. Yeah, we'll take that, but we'll we'll scrap this. You know, that sort of mindset and ideology. I mean, you know, to create some formidable vehicles that our soldiers use. I mean, you know, and a big shout out to them as well. I mean, you know, without them, we wouldn't have the freedoms that we have today. I mean, a lot of people don't even realise what they do for us. You know, until they need them. So, yeah, I'm grateful. I am grateful. Because I couldn't do that sort of thing. Trust me, there is no way that I think I would be able to do any of that they do. So we've got that bit there. Get that in there. We've got an electrical storm, which now means we've got exposure. Right, so now all we need to do is join the back to the front. Oh, and debris? Oh man. Nah, I don't like that at the bottom here. Yeah. I better get myself somewhere safe soon. Just wanted to get that bit done. Alright, let's get ourselves to safety. I think we'll go to the command center for this. Alright, we're in somewhere that's safe now. Like I say, I still haven't done anything with this bit. I mean, you know, I'm surprised I still haven't actually. Yeah, okay, what am I going to do with that? I suppose I could. And again, no, I want that there. Yeah, this is all okay where it is. I've really got to figure something out for that wall. I use it. I come in here so much. I really need to figure out something. It's got to be useful. Honestly, I am actually thinking, like, maybe doing something like this on this wall here. You know, like taking in advantage of these conveyors. But I don't know what to do with it, I'll be honest with you. I mean, actually, this section here, I suppose I could create a staircase going down, so that when I'm in the corridor that's down below, I could utilise that. Oh, the weather's cleared. But yeah, I think that's next. I think that's future me's problem. Oops. Yeah, I clipped that staircase on the way down. Okay. So let's repeat what we were starting before that electrical storm hit. I mean, that electrical storm came out of nowhere, hit like a boulder. Alright, so that connects with that connects with that. But I've done the same on the back end. Yeah, so basically I just need to do that top bit there. Oops. Okay. So that's housing all of that. Things like the thrusters, I'm going to add them in later. I mean, I know I added these in here, but I'm now reconsidering. Because what I'm thinking now is just connect these straight across.
Inventory full.
Yeah, so even things like this.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
I think it's now a case of let's
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
what have I got in my inventory that's making it full? Loads of stuff that I don't need or use.
Inventory full.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so how am I going to take care of this? I think if I do something like that, so yeah, I'm going to need to, whoops. Join that there, and then that there. Okay, that then allow me to do this. And then in there, there is a piece that joins that beautifully to there. So let's get that in there first. And then I've run out. Yep, I've run out. So let's go and grab some more. What's a good point I could do that? Can't really do it through there anymore, can I? I really need an external access point. Or I don't have to do something like this. I can hear scuttling. I don't see where it's coming from though. Alright. Oh, my vegetables! Damn it! Okay. Now what is scuttling and where? How did that get in there? I made this solid so they wouldn't be able to get in. Theoretically. Okay. Okay, need internal point defense systems now. Right. Let's finish off what we were doing. Okay, this is going to be a challenge. That corner at least. This bit on top, however, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do it like this. Oops. Hey, how did I... There we go. Because what I'm thinking is instead of doing what I was originally planning to do like a bit of half deck like that, and then sort of polish it off this way. I think this corner here, however, I think I'm just going to bring it down into sort of like a join point there. And then just sort of continue it along this way. Okay. Alright, I'm stuck. There we go. I'm free. Oh! That really does get quite frustrating after a while, where it drops it into rather than puts it where I want it. Hey? I already used 100 pieces already. Okay. I think this is what I'm going to do. I am going to take care of this spider. Once I've taken care of this spider, right. There we go. Right, I think other than the fact that I need a way of being able to monitor my farm and be able to do things with it, because I have now absolutely ruined. Cause of death, low water, sorry. Okay. Another good reason for getting the Cobra Chinook sorted out is being able to search this planet for water. I'm going to have to put a ore detector on it to be able to find the resources that we need, because this is just getting ridiculous now. We can't find this stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is under here. I'll put in that. We still need lights. We don't need the cargo. Yeah. So where are we? Ore detector. Where are that ore detector? There, along with the antenna. Okay. So we're going to need somewhere for this to be. I'll sort all this mess out later. How come I made such a bodge job of that? Yeah, I'm going to take that one out as well. So, no. When it comes to the small grid one, I prefer that. Oh, I'll tell you what. I know what I'm going to do. Grab some of that. Go around here. We'll slap in that in there. There we go. So as you can see, we've got the basics for the this Cobra Chinook done. I've got a lot of work still to do to get her shipshape, battle worthy. You know, figuring out where to put the atmospheric thrusters to go sideways, backwards, forwards, all that sort of stuff. I think it's going to be a bit of a noir. So I'm going to leave it here for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you next time on Archangelus Gaming.